Trade wars can devastate economies, yet they often stem from seemingly small disputes. But here's where it gets controversial. Former President Donald Trump recently announced a 10% tariff hike on Canadian goods, citing retaliation against an anti-tariff TV ad sponsored by Ontario. This move has further strained one of the world's most significant trade relationships, leaving many to wonder, is this a justified response or an overreaction? Let's dive in. Trump's decision, shared via his Truth Social account, came after days of public backlash over the ad, which featured clips of Ronald Reagan advocating for free trade. The former president accused Canada of serious misrepresentation and labeled the ad a hostile act. Because of their deceitful portrayal and aggressive stance, increasing tariffs on Canada by 10% above their current rates, Trump declared. He went on to claim the ad was a fraud designed to pressure the US Supreme Court into ruling in Canada's favor on long-standing tariff disputes. And this is the part most people miss. Trump framed this as a defensive move, stating, "The US is now equipped to counter Canada's excessive tariffs, and those from the rest of the world." Ontario Premier Doug Ford attempted to de-escalate the situation, announcing the suspension of the ad campaign after talks with Prime Minister Mark Carney. The ad itself, funded by Ontario, used excerpts from Reagan's 1987 speech, where he famously stated, "Trade barriers hurt every American worker." But here's the twist. The Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation Institute quickly condemned the ad, claiming Ontario used selective audio and video to distort Reagan's message. The foundation is now exploring legal action, a point Trump highlighted in his social media post. This isn't the first time Trump has targeted Canada with tariffs. In July, he signed an executive order raising tariffs on Canadian imports from 25% to 35%. The question remains, are these actions protecting US interests, or are they exacerbating tensions? And what does this mean for the future of US-Canada trade? For beginners, tariffs are taxes on imported goods, often used to protect domestic industries. However, they can also lead to higher prices for consumers and retaliatory measures from trading partners. In this case, Trump's decision has sparked debates about the ethics of using historical figures in political ads and the appropriateness of escalating trade disputes over such issues. Controversy alert. Some argue Trump's response is disproportionate, while others believe Canada crossed a line by misrepresenting Reagan's legacy. What do you think? Is Trump's tariff hike a necessary defense of US interests or a reckless escalation? Let's discuss in the comments. Your perspective matters.